Tengen is super fast, Mitsuri eats too much, and Obanai hates everyone. Each of the Hashira has an ability that makes him or her unique. I'm going to cover what makes them so special besides their insane sword skills. Some of them are outright ridiculous. Tengen has a super sense when it comes to hearing, kind of like Zenitsu. He's able to use his super hearing to listen to sounds deep underground, like being able to almost see tunnels and caves directly underneath him. This is how he finds Tanjiro and Daki. He can also use his hearing to monitor an area and use it to find the location of demons that are living in the entertainment district. His insane hearing also allows him to use echolocation like a bat. He can tell how many people are in an area by listening to the sound waves bouncing off their bodies. Who needs technology when you've got ears like him? But beyond his incredible sense of hearing, he also possesses incredible speed. And he even runs so fast, he creates sonic booms like a jet plane. His attacks move so fast that they can't even be perceived by the trio. This comes in handy when he teams up with them to destroy the upper-rank demon Daki, and he manages to decapitate her so fast she didn't even register what happened. Besides all that, I believe his real quirk is that he's able to live with 3 wives. Imagine having his super sensitive ears while Suma and Makio are screaming at each other all day. Must be painful. Man, the next Hashira on our list is really something. Tokido is insanely talented and is considered a child prodigy. He was so talented, in fact, that he managed to become a Hashira after only 2 months of training. The guy is so freaking talented that after awakening his Demon Slayer mark, he was able to defeat a member of the upper rank 5, Gyoko, without any backup. His talent is probably due to the fact that he's descended from the bloodline of Michikatsu Tsugekuni, which means that he shares his DNA with the legendary Demon Slayer Yoriichi, the one Demon Slayer who came close to defeating the Demon King Muzan. Besides his incredible talent and skill, he also has a level of extrasensory perception, and he can distinguish demons from humans by detecting their aura. He can also fall asleep in any situation regardless of what's going on, which is probably his most impressive skill if I'm being honest. Don't think Tokido was the only one who fast-tracked their way to Hashira status though. Giome also became a Hashira very fast, despite the fact that he's blind. He can use his incredible sense of hearing to make up for it, and fights perfectly in the same way that Zenitsu does. Super hearing is very common in this show apparently. Beyond that, he has incredible strength. In fact, he's so strong that his clapping alone can cause the entire Hashira group to be silenced, and he even managed to scare Sanemi once after he insulted Kagaya Ubuyashiki before he joined the Demon Slayer Corps. He's also pretty smart, and he's a good tactician when it comes to demon fighting. He can even make sense of the supernatural abilities that demons can use and find a way to counter them. His big brain moves came in handy against Muzan because he was able to figure out that they needed to attack Muzan's 12 vital organs all at once if they really wanted to do damage. Did you know that Mitsuri's muscles are super dense and that this makes her incredibly strong? Her muscles are about 8 times denser than a normal human's. Talk about ape strength, sheesh. You wouldn't be able to tell by looking at her though, because she has very thin limbs. This would certainly mean that she's a lot tougher than she looks. Her tough muscles also give her incredible endurance, which allowed her to maintain her body's integrity even after being on the receiving end of a point-blank sound attack from Zakuen. It takes a lot of energy to be so tough though, which means that she has to eat as much food as 3 sumo wrestlers. I'm kind of jealous to be honest. If only I could eat that much and stay lean. Unfortunately for her though, her incredible strength and enormous appetite have scared off quite a few potential husbands. Yojiro is certainly unique, although the show doesn't lay out an overt explanation about any special ability he has. But we can assume 2 things from reading the manga and watching the anime. 1, he has a very high IQ. He studied the flame technique on his own after his father abandoned him and became a Hashira while the book had missing volumes. More evidence for his high IQ is that the other Hashira can't keep up with him. He talks very fast and has the ability to solve problems quickly. This is a good indication of a high IQ. 2, he can manifest extreme amounts of physical strength when he's pushed to his limits without manifesting the Demon Slayer mark, judging by him holding Akaza the upper rank 3 in place with his bare hands. Imagine how strong he'd be if he didn't die and joined the Demon Slayer mark training with the other Hashira. Although, judging from his brutal training that even made Mitsuri quit and invent her own breathing style, I'm not sure how many of our guys could handle it. Obanai is considered to be the second weakest member of the Hashira, but he's still extremely skilled in combat and is the only one who is able to hold his own against Muzan before even obtaining the Demon Slayer mark, and he managed to do this while being mostly blind in one eye, which he doesn't even have super hearing to make up for like Giome does. He also has a pretty small appetite to match his small physique, which means he eats a whole lot less than the other members of the Hashira, which is also pretty handy. Soldiers need to have the ability to perform at their best without much food, water, or sleep. One of Obanai's biggest assets in combat, though, is his pet snake, Kaburamaru. Kaburamaru is pretty smart for a snake, and he's capable of understanding human speech and emotions. The snake has a unique ability that allows him to read and predict enemies' attacks. He communicates them to Obanai so he can fight. Shinobu is also very skilled in combat despite her small size. She isn't as strong as the other Hashira, but she can make up for it pretty easily. She can think more creatively than the other Hashira. For example, instead of using the Nichiren sword like most demon slayers do, she uses a special katana that injects demons with wisteria poison. She's also really fast and agile, which allows her to move faster than a lot of demons. Also, Shinobu has shown an incredible tolerance for poison. She spent a year before her fight with Doma absorbing wisteria poison so that she could become poisonous. It was very effective too, because she managed to melt him down to his bones and kept him from regenerating. Sanemi has one of the most interesting traits that allows him to have an upper hand against demons. Sanemi has a rare blood type that apparently is extremely tasty to demons. So tasty, in fact, that it makes them feel intoxicated. When demons catch a whiff of it, they immediately start salivating and have a hard time focusing. Sanemi is also capable of controlling his muscles to a high degree. He's used this to close up his own wounds and prevent fatal wounds from opening in battle. This happened when he was slashed across his middle by Kokushibo, and Sanemi just squeezed his muscles together and closed his wounds right up. Sanemi also has a pretty big reputation and is widely feared as a demon slayer, which is a quirk in itself. And all that leaves is Giyu. Honestly, Giyu is a little boring. He doesn't have any cool special abilities like the other Hashira, but that doesn't mean he can't hold his own. Giyu is still an extremely powerful and skilled combatant, and he's able to easily take down the Father Spider Demon and Rui, who is in the lower rank 5. Plus, he was able to take on Sanemi in a sparring match and be pretty equal to him. You might even say that Giyu's lack of special ability makes him even more impressive, as he has to rely on just his training to be able to keep up with the other Hashira. Also, he has a lot of respect for the other Hashira, and overall just kinda seems like a nice guy. That's all for this video. If you enjoy it, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment if you learned something new. See you in the next one.